We're out here outside of Days Creek, kind of in the foothills of the Cascade Range. This is a 60-year-old dug fir stand with a little bit of mixed species in it.
We're in the western slopes of the Cascades, elevation about 2,500 feet. This area is very, very steep, very prone to slides.
The challenges with this unit is it's real steep terrain. A lot of the unit didn't have much for landings where we needed to put landings. So that was part of the challenge in this unit. We had to use a lot of roadside landings to move around the resources we had to protect in this unit, which was kind of a new thing to us, having to leave all these different leave areas where with the old forestry rules, we did not have to deal with these leave areas. We could centralize on the bigger landings and yard through those areas that we're now having to protect.
With the new Forest Practices Act rules, some parts of the rules are centered around steep slope areas.
There were 6 slope retention areas on this job. Austin had to take special care to protect those. He can't log through them. He has to yard around them, in between them. With there being so many on this job, it makes a lot of added complications, a lot more setups, a lot more cost to do this job than there would have been before the new rules came into place.
There needs to be no damage done to them, so all the trees have to be fell away from them, versus the old rules where this would just be a normal clear cut and there would be no restrictions.
With the old rules, we probably would have just brought one yarding machine in to this unit to accomplish our goal. But on this particular unit, with the new rules and the landslide areas we were protecting, we actually brought 3 different yarding machines into this to match the requirements we were needing to accomplish and to accomplish our short yarding to our long yarding without damaging any resources.
With all these slope retention areas, Austin had to be very thoughtful with the planning process. There had to be multiple briefings with the crews out here doing the work so that none of these areas were impacted. It's a lot more time and a lot more commitment to these jobs versus a clear cut.
We had to do a mix of equipment and methods of logging to protect the resources. Some was tethered. We ended up with a better result with the tethered logging protecting resources, keeping the wood out of the leave areas.
This unit has equipment limitation zones in the creeks. They flow water at some portion of the year, and having those zones meant he had to take extra care. He couldn't run equipment in those areas that he would have been able to in the past, and so he brought in a hand faller to fall those areas, that way that he wasn't causing any damage to those areas. He used different yarding techniques. He used a yoder to log in the really tight areas where it's shorter yarding and you don't have a lot of room, which because of these slope retention areas, he couldn't use the landings that were really set up for this unit. He had to do a lot of roadside landings, and that made it really tight. And using the yoder in combination, he used the yarder in the longer areas, and it took a lot of extra equipment to do this job that 3 or 4 years ago he would have not needed to bring in.
Another thing Austin does very well is when they have a fish-bearing stream, those buffers are always really good. There's no damage done to them. Everything's fell away from them. Also along those lines, when they have spotted owls near them, everything's delineated very well and is held to the highest standard, the Forest Practices Act.
By leaving these areas, we're helping protect against future landslides. And if a landslide were to take place, the trees that are left on these would deposit in a fish stream and provide extra fish habitat. Austin logged this unit very well. This will be a very easy unit to get reestablished into a new generation of trees. Very clean. There's not a lot of slash load that is going to be hard on the planting crew. So this will plant very well. They'll be able to get good spacing. There's not any soil damage that would make it, hard for the trees to get into the ground. It's a very, very excellent job. He's very innovative. He will use new technology and try new things to see if it creates a better result. And doing this lets him adapt to different changes in rules, different changes in logging practices. He's always trying the new thing to see if it works better.
In the 3 years I've been here at the Oregon Department of Forestry, every job that I've come out to that Austin has done has been held to the highest standard of the Forest Practices Act, and he does an exceptional job on it.
In a job like this, and any job that we do, it's real important to have a crew that is goal-oriented, that wants to see a good job, that's passionate about logging and taking care of the environment.